the area, with some places getting 50 millimeters in 2 hours. The Sheriff's Department reported making rooftop rescues when rising water forced residents to seek higher elevations. A nursing home had to be evacuated and several roads were closed because of flooding and mudslides. That's our newscast for this half hour. We'll have another update for you in 25 minutes' time, but stay with us now because your local forecast details are coming up after the break.
When it comes to trucks, GM means business. From Silverado to Sierra to Avalanche to Sonoma to S10. And for a limited time, we're kicking it into high gear with a big deal on all these tough Chevy and GMC pickups. So, what is this big deal? We're throwing in your automatic transmission at no charge. Thousands of pickups, all with no charge automatic. Only during the high gear truck event at your local GM dealers.
New Crystal Air Air Freshener from Wizard is the only one with a concentrated fragrance gel in a beautiful glass disc to refresh your home for up to 4 weeks. Wizard, fragrances that change your world. Uncle Max and new Resolve Spot Magic. Resolve Spot Magic instantly removes the toughest stains right before your eyes. Sooner or later, you'll need new Resolve Spot Magic.
Here now is your local forecast. You're watching the Weather Network, Canada's #1 choice for accurate local forecasts. Local forecast is every 10 minutes on the 10s. You can also visit our website at theweathernetwork.com.
You're watching Across Canada here on the Weather Network. Thanks for joining us. Kim Macdonald, Gary Ryan on this Friday, May the 3rd. Yeah, it's hard to believe in some parts of the country. We'll take a look at the kind of weather you're going to be experiencing on the East Coast. Some wintry weather. We've got heavy snowfall warnings in place in places like Labrador and northern Newfoundland, as well as some wind warnings. And there's our 20 to 30 centimeters expected in northern Newfoundland and Labrador. Wind warnings, gusts up to 90 kilometers per hour in Cape Breton, and then across into eastern Newfoundland and parts of Labrador, as high as 100 kilometers per hour there. We also have a warning in northern Manitoba, where we're looking at heavy snowfall as well. That's for currently. The other warnings on the East Coast are long range tonight and into tomorrow. Let's take a look at that now. Here's Gary.
Yeah, let's go and take a look at what's going on here as we certainly move our maps in advance here to show you what's going on for tonight. This is where the system's going to intensify somewhat, so it'll start to establish itself into the overnight hours with the wind and the snow. But as we were saying, those two warnings again for the snow and for the wind are for tomorrow, okay? So they're not current, so we want to reiterate that to you. There's those showers and light snowy conditions heading our way to the north. A little bit of light snow still across the western areas as well for tonight. There is a good news scenario, though, in Ontario. Certainly in the overnight to tomorrow it is. Tonight, low temperatures could get down to only about 2 degrees in southern and eastern Ontario and also southern areas of Quebec too, towards the freezing mark. Let's move ahead now and show you the active weather expected for your Saturday. And here's the way it comes down. Now, this is when this whole heavy snowfall warning and wind warning we showed you off the top is going to kick into effect for tomorrow, and it's going to start to come back along the east coast areas. There's the ridge dominating there. There's that snow from Manitoba moving into northern Ontario as well, and a bit of rain is back in the picture for BC.
Temperature and other current weather conditions for Canadian locations are provided by Environment Canada.
It's okay. I promise to protect you from the monsters under your bed. Yeah. From dragons and spiders. Hey. Protect you from life's bumps and scrapes and from having your heart broken. Life's gonna be tough. I know.
Some promises are easier to keep than others. Toyota Sienna, the safest minivan ever tested by the IIHS.
Think your hair looks healthy? Think again. There are 6 symptoms of unhealthy hair, and this conditioner fights them all. Pantene Pro V. Its complete therapy formula helps weak hair become resistant to damage. Dull hair becomes shiny. Fight all 6 symptoms for healthy-looking hair. Can your conditioner do that? Pantene Pro V Complete Therapy Conditioner. So healthy-looking, you'll love your hair.
Well, low pressure system making its way through Atlantic Canada tomorrow is going to generate some extremely strong winds. Keep in mind that it is lobster season. It began on Monday, not having a really great go of it, and looks like they'll have to keep their boats inland tomorrow. Let's talk about what's happening on the west coast for this evening first before we get into the east coast. Here's Gary.
And we're going to take a look at what's going on. Here's what's happening along Vancouver Island, southern areas of Vancouver Island. You can see that there's a small craft warning for the southern half of Vancouver Island to the Juan de Fuca, the Harrow Strait areas. A little bit quieter, though, into the Strait of Georgia, the Johnston Strait areas. So that's what's happening there, and we're going to take a look up into the Queen Charlottes now and give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on there. Okay, I guess we're not going to take a look at the Queen Charlottes today. We're going to go right to the east coast and get a look at what's happening there with an eye towards tomorrow, towards Saturday. Keep in mind we've got some wind warnings that are in effect for the region. So we've got into the areas of the Fundy, certainly looking at gale force there. Same thing down into Grand Manan, but to alert your small craft warnings. Southwest along the east shores and up through Horseshoe, all gale force, the same for Northumberland, the Gulf, and all the way up into Chaleur. Storm force conditions are going to continue to dominate the Cabot Strait areas, and we're looking at gale force conditions right through the Halifax Harbor and the Bedford Basin too. So Saturday, it is going to be very, very strong winds. As we said, we do have a wind warning that's in effect across the region for the landmass areas as well, so not too too surprising. You're not going to be wanting to get out there and do the lobster thing at all. So storm force conditions all the way along the south coast areas, and that includes around the Avalon.
And now on the Weather Network, Claritin, the allergy expert, presents the Claritin Pollen Forecast. Here is the Claritin Pollen Forecast for your region. The pollen level ranges between low and high. The seasonal trends indicate the period where different types of pollen are present throughout the year.
You bring the sparkle back to my eye. You got me breathing deep. Oh, I love the way you touch me. Introducing Claritin Eye Allergy Drops and Claritin Allergic Congestion Pump for allergy symptom relief where you want it most. And for minor skin irritations, try Claritin Skin Eats Cream. Partners you can count on for those extra annoying days.
Your local forecast is next, brought to you by CIL Golf Green. Keeps your lawn greener longer.
Mark Cullen here. Do you want to keep your lawn greener longer? Here's how. Thick green turf like this requires water and a steady supply of lawn food. Feed your lawn 3 times a year with CIL Super Golf Green. Its slow-release formula continuously feeds the roots to keep your lawn greener longer. A thick, well-fed lawn will help shade out weeds and crabgrass and is more resistant to insects. CIL Golf Green Lawn Food and Grass Seed for a thick, healthy lawn.
Here now is your local forecast. You're watching the Weather Network, Canada's #1 choice for accurate local forecasts. Your local forecast is every 10 minutes on the Thames. You can also visit our website at theweathernetwork.com.
A major storm system that made its way through southeastern U.S., Southwest Virginia specifically. At least one person is dead as a result of severe flooding. Just look at these pictures. The storm brought heavy rain to most of the area, with some places getting about 50 millimeters in just 2 hours. The Sheriff's Department reported making rooftop rescues when rising water forced residents to seek higher elevations. A nursing home had to be evacuated, and several roads were closed because of flooding and mudslides in the area. The same was true for Kentucky. At least 3 people dead there. 14 are missing after extensive flooding in that state. Torrential rains are the story in the U.S. This is your continental forecast on this Friday, May 3rd. Here's Gary with details.
That was yummy looking water, I'll tell you, all that muddy water there. But we're going to take a look. If you are certainly watching us today and thinking, you know what, I think I'm going to head down to the muddy Mississippi tomorrow and see what it looks like. Well, let's take a look at what's going on here. We do have some scattered showers. If you're coming down from, say, through Minnesota, then you're going to run into some scattered showers in Minneapolis tomorrow. Washington, D.C., if you're on the East Coast, lots of cloud cover there. And we're also looking on the West Coast, too, of a system that's moving down. You'll notice it's already sliding down towards Seattle and Portland, Oregon, and that's going to provide you with some scattered and cloudy, showery conditions there as well. That little system you see cutting through the south right here seems already blossoming throughout today. That's going to happen again tomorrow too. We've got Atlanta with thunder showers. Charleston's got scattered thunder showers. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, for those of you that are thinking about heading down there for a little bit of a golf. Thunder showers tomorrow in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 21 degrees though. Sounds okay temperature-wise. And if you're off to San Francisco, it's going to be windy in the city by the bay.
Yeah, don't forget to wear your flowers in the hair. Okay, let's talk about what's going on this side of the border. We have ourselves some beautiful weather today in southern Manitoba. You head north, different story altogether. Heavy snowfall warnings in place. Well, you know, that's that whole latitudinally challenge thing that Gary talks about. In the meantime, we're looking at some stormy weather on the way to Atlantic Canada and parts of extreme eastern Quebec. Places like Newfoundland, especially Cape Breton. We're looking at strong winds tomorrow. That's for our long-range forecast. Stick around for that. Let's talk about what's happening currently. First, here's Gary.
And here it is. Look at our systems coast to coast across the country. You can see the one we were just referring to along the states sliding eastward. This is the one right here that's been rolling just ahead of this warm front. Thunderstorms in the past hour into St. John's, Newfoundland. Thunder and lightning. Interesting day you've got going on there. We started with snow and you went to like really foggy conditions. And then all of a sudden, even though the temperature's only stuck at about 2 degrees, you got thunder and lightning happening there too. So you've certainly got what we call probably some warm air aloft is the term we use there. The cold air is heavy and sits to the ground. A little bit of 101 weather here. The cold air is heavy and sits to the surface, and the warmer air is, of course, lighter. As you know, the heat rises. That whole phenomenon, well, it rises over top of that cold air. So there's some warm weather there. If you just go up into the cloud cover, you'll find it. But that's what's happening. We do have this low-pressure system inclusion coming back through, and again, some showery weather across the Maritimes today. We got the system that's bringing those snowy conditions up into the latitudinally challenged regions of the country. And as we head westward, we have another system that we already showed you building into BC. So let's go back to the East Coast one more time, give you a regional view of what's happening and how it's breaking down for you. This is the disturbance as it works its way up and brings those thunderstorms that we talked about. The radar picks it up very, very nicely, as a matter of fact. We watch that radar just moving into the last few hours or so, and there you get an idea where this active weather condition is really starting to build its way in. And as we said, mostly rain showers at this point. Just some scattered and isolated precipitation is happening across the Maritime provinces, so there you go. Let's go back through Ontario and Quebec here, especially western Quebec, eastern Ontario. Remember I was saying last hour, if you were tuning in at all, that things had warmed up nicely to about 12 degrees in Ottawa. Well, with that sunshine, they're now up to 13 degrees, as it's only about 9-ish down into southern portions of Ontario. The whole Great Lakes area is looking at a little bit of an improvement gradually, slowly. It's cool tonight, though. The warm front is still back here. Tomorrow, the warm front's going to envelop the Great Lakes area, and that's going to help things out considerably. In the meantime, of course, you have to deal with some rather beautiful warm weather. I know that's going to be hard to deal with, isn't it, Winnipeg? Some southerly flows and temperatures of 20 degrees. Oh, tough day. You could be up in Flin Flon or Gillam, though, where they're going to get 20 centimeters of snowfall out of the system. And we've already seen along the tail end of that back through Saskatchewan. There's Prince Albert right through here, back towards North Battleford. They've already said they've picked up about 5-ish in the way of centimeter accumulations. But you can trail that up beyond the radar's range into northern Manitoba, where that snowfall is, of course, going to continue into tonight. Now let's travel a little bit further west and to give you an idea how this is trailing through. We had temperatures, as I said, into the teens down along the head of this warm front, head of this cold front rather, but behind the cold front, temperatures have been dropping off into the minuses again. Some very, very cool conditions. More seasonal values along the south coast area, but that precipitation, to show you the north coast areas, is slowly sliding down into the Port Hardy regions and a little bit further to the south as well, and temperatures have cooled off considerably across the north.
Strong winds, snow, and rain on the way for Newfoundland and Labrador, parts of Quebec for tomorrow. Even Cape Breton in on the wind warning, gusts as high as 90 kilometers per hour, and that's going to continue into tomorrow morning, most of tomorrow for eastern Newfoundland and then the eastern parts of Labrador as well. We take a look at our snowfall. It includes the northern peninsula and up towards Labrador. We're looking at 10 to 20 centimeters of snow. Yuck. Or 30 centimeters, 20 to 30 centimeters, even more. I just can't even say 10 to 20 centimeters. Let's take a look at what's going on for our long-range forecast. Not looking like a fabulous Saturday for folks in Atlantic Canada, Gary, at least parts of Atlantic Canada.
No, it's not looking too great, especially a lot of East Coast areas. To say a lot of this is going to start to kick in into the overnight hours and intensify for your Saturday, and there it is, intensifying right there behind that low. This low is going to stay in northern Ontario. You can see the south and to the east is going to be just fine, thank you. Still cool across the prairies. Showers in BC for Saturday. Looking ahead into Sunday, too. Still a pretty wet weather across the prairies, and if we can get the wet weather coming in this next few days or so, and then you get the planting going, it warms up for the planting season, everything will just work out just so nicely. I know I'm being a little optimistic, but we're trying to put a positive spin on what's happening there, as we are expecting and needing more rain showers across the prairies.
Sentinel for a whole year. Our vet says Sentinel prevents deadly heartworms, and it prevents flea infestations, even in summer. And now it has a great beefy taste.
Sentinel protects against heartworms, fleas, and intestinal worms. Dogs should be tested for heartworm before using Sentinel, the only product that protects against all of these parasites.
Ask your veterinarian.
Sentinel means complete protection.
I swear he understands me.
Nice car.
It gets me around.
If I had just one McDonald's French fry left, who would I give it to? My last fry?
Seriously?
It's like the supreme sacrifice.
I'd give it to my first and only girlfriend.
I'd give it to someone that rocks.
I'm not telling.
My last fry.
My last fry is for the person who grills French fries.
I'd give it to the best coach I ever had.
There's a little McDonald's. My last fry goes to me.
Before the Slim Fast plan, I felt huge. After having children, I never lost the weight. It felt awful to see myself. The Slim Fast plan is so easy. It's the only one that really works for me.
Just Slim Fast twice a day, plus a nutritious meal and snacks. Slim Fast, the simple plan.
I've lost 26 pounds and I feel great.
Slim Fast, the simple plan.
Oh, I am real.
Here now is your local forecast. You're watching the Weather Network, Canada's #1 choice for accurate local forecasts. Local forecast is every 10 minutes on the 10s. You can also visit our website at theweathernetwork.com.
We're taking a look at your active weather expected tonight across the country. And as we start out in BC, you can expect a little bit more of an introduction of some showery weather. It's been not so bad around Vancouver, Victoria. 10 degrees, wasn't precipitating the last time we checked on them, but that's going to change somewhat. Higher elevations is where you're probably going to see any snowfall in these areas. Snow has moved across Saskatchewan and across Manitoba, though, so areas to the north, and it's going to start to develop into Ontario, too. Now, you can see it's going to be mostly showers in the populated areas, which we're talking about along the Trans-Canada. You're going to have to get well north of the Trans-Canada to see it change over to snowfall, so that's what's going on there. Clearing out of Ontario, cool weather conditions. This system here moves quickly tonight into tomorrow across the eastern areas, so overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, winds intensify, snow starts, but the bulk of the winds will be tomorrow morning. The bulk of the snow will be throughout the day tomorrow. Some of that snow could end up being 10 to 20 centimeters.
This is Today in Weather History for May 3rd. Today in 1987, thunderstorms produced severe weather in Texas and Kansas. Softball-sized hail was reported at Center Point, Texas, and a tornado caused $3 million damage near Santana, Kansas. Today in 1988, an Atlantic storm hit the eastern shores of Canada. 42 millimeters of rain fell on Nova Scotia. Sable Island had greater than 100 millimeters of precipitation. 140 kilometer-per-hour winds rocked the Cape Breton coastline, causing lobster fishermen to lose thousands of traps. Some Pictou Island fishermen lost 60% of their catch. Today in 1997, almost 200 people in communities north of Hull, Quebec were evacuated overnight when the Lièvre River overflowed its banks near the town of Mont-Laurier and Ferme-Neuve. The water levels began to recede by the early afternoon, but it would be several more days before people were allowed to return to their homes. And that's today in weather history for May 3rd.
It's okay. I promise to protect you from the monsters under your bed. Yeah. From dragons and spiders. Hey. Protect you from life's bumps and scrapes and from having your heart broken. Life's gonna be tough. I know.
Some promises are easier to keep than others. Toyota Sienna, the safest minivan ever tested by the IIHS.
Would you like to try a new Reason? A candy?
Sure, why not?
What's Reason? You tell me.
It's chocolatey, gosh, and chewy, but easy to chew and not too sweet. It's really something different.
Reason are not too sweet. Mighty chocolatey caramel covered with rich chocolate.
Really chocolatey. Can I have another one?
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks.
New Mighty Chocolatey Mighty Reason. You gotta try 'em.
Hello, I'm Kim Macdonald, and this is Across Canada News for Friday, May 3rd. Unseasonably cool weather in northern Manitoba does have at least one advantage. Cooler temperatures and late-season snow have put the start of fire season on hold. But it has also put fire crew training behind schedule. Water bomber pilots couldn't complete exercises because ice was still covering several lakes. But as Bob Buck of Manitoba Conservation reports, training for the upcoming season has begun, and crews will be ready.
Well, basically what is happening is we are doing the training of our fire crews. Our pilots are training that fly our air tankers. We're getting equipment ready to tackle the season when it happens.
The northern part of Manitoba may be seeing traces of winter, but not the south. Temperatures for Portage la Prairie and Winnipeg could go as high as 20 degrees today. That's about 5 to 7 degrees warmer than usual for this time of year. Winter took one more swing through southern Ontario this morning, leaving a dusting of snow behind. In Barrie, just north of Toronto, commuters were greeted with wintry weather once again. About a centimeter fell, but it wasn't the snow that was causing problems. It was the black ice left behind just in time for the morning rush that caused the headaches. Ontario Provincial Police tended to 20 minor accidents. Several viewers called from the Guelph and London areas to report snow falling in their cities. The snow was caused by a weak trough of low pressure from the north that will keep cooler air in the region until at least tomorrow. Last summer, many waterways in the Great Lakes Basin were at an all-time low. The Weather Network's Leanne Prera took a trip to Honey Harbor to find out what cottage and marina owners can expect this year.
It has been a long 3 years for John Altenberger, who operates a marina in Honey Harbor on Georgian Bay. Water levels have been well below average, even dropping to a record low last summer.
Boat traffic was down. Cottagers that are normally here, every weekend, who had company, they tended to stay, at the cottage. They didn't go out, for as many boat rides and things.
And that means less regular repairs, lack of demand for fuel, and general traffic through the marina was also down.
Sales probably in the last 3 years in the marine industry probably were off, I would think, 20 or 25%.
But this year is different. Water levels are already higher than they were at this time last year, and Altenberger says that will allow him to make some long-awaited renovations.
We've been holding off on improving our docks for probably 3 seasons, so we can now put the money into the docks that we initially wanted to do about 3 years ago.
Thanks to above-average precipitation since September, water levels in the Great Lakes Basin have been on the rise. But experts say this doesn't necessarily mean lake levels are on an upward trend.
It has gone down for quite a few years, and we are seeing a change this year that it's going to be higher. But it could very quickly change and go the other way.
Altenberger will take that chance. He says he's waited long enough to make changes to his marina. And with water levels finally showing signs of rebounding, boaters will likely be filling up these docks in no time. For the Weather Network, I'm Leanne Pereira in Honey Harbor, Ontario.
South of the border in Kentucky, at least 3 people are dead and as many as 14 are missing after extensive flooding. More than 1,500 people had to be evacuated after torrential rains caused the Tug Fork River to rise 100 millimeters in 6 hours. It's part of the same storm that caused severe flooding in southwest Virginia, where at least 1 person is dead. The storm brought heavy rain to most of the area, with some places getting 50 millimeters in just 2 hours. The Sheriff's Department reported making rooftop rescues when rising water forced residents to seek higher elevations. A nursing home had to be evacuated and several roads were closed because of flooding and mudslides. That's our newscast for this half hour. We'll have another update for you in 25 minutes' time, or you can always log on to our website at theweathernetwork.com. Stay with us now, though, because your local forecast details are coming up next as Across Canada continues.
Pet 17 to our here 18, 19, 20, $22 million. Sold! This Friday's Lotto Super 7 jackpot is $22 million. That's $22 million. So get your tickets now.
Your local forecast is next, brought to you by Fast Signs. For all weather sign and graphic solutions made simple, call 1-800-FAST-SIGNS.
To keep your business moving in the right direction, you need to make the best decisions about your image. Fast Signs offers sign and graphic solutions to make your choices simple. With locations coast to coast, Fast Signs is ready to keep your business moving. Fast Signs, sign and graphic solutions made simple. Call, click, or visit a Fast Signs location near you.
Fast Signs, for sign and graphic solutions made simple in any type of weather. Call, click, or visit a Fast Signs location near you. Here now is your local forecast. You're watching the Weather Network, Canada's #1 choice for accurate local forecasts. Your local forecast is every 10 minutes on the 10s. You can also visit our website at theweathernetwork.com.
Well, let's take a look at what is going on. If you are planning some travel across Atlantic Canada, boy, the St. John's Avalon Peninsula is a difficult one to get around in for sure this evening and tonight, and even tomorrow for that matter. We've been talking about fog problems, snow this morning, thunderstorms this afternoon. They've had just about everything going on there. Temperature about 2 degrees, too, across the Avalon. Let's check out what's going on if you're thinking about traveling across the Maritimes. Again, we're showing you a little bits of active weather conditions. A lot of this is just showery weather, so it's going to be a little slick, but not too bad at all. However, if we move across the prairies, you'll notice that there's some active weather too. This is a bit about 5 centimeters of snow or so. Could end up, as you move up to northern regions of Manitoba, end up being about certainly 10 to 20 centimeters or so. Let's take a look a little bit more at what's going on coast to coast, of course, across this country of ours. We do have, of course, some rain showers as well that are starting to move their way down the north and central coast of BC toward Vancouver.
For more North American destinations, visit our website at theweathernetwork.com. Stay tuned to the Weather Network. Your international forecast is up in 30 seconds.
Mark Cullen here. Do you want to keep your lawn greener longer? Here's how. Thick green turf like this requires water and a steady supply of lawn food. Feed your lawn 3 times a year with CIL Super Golf Green. Its slow-release formula continuously feeds the roots to keep your lawn greener longer. A thick, well-fed lawn will help shade out weeds and crabgrass and is more resistant to insects. CIL Golf Green Lawn Food and Grass Seed for a thick, healthy lawn.
Well, and seasonal weather has struck northern and eastern Spain. Spaniards awoke this morning to a hailstorm, forcing road crews out onto the streets to clear the way for those still trying to make it to work on time. Yeah, thin blanket of hail was the real problem in the area. Wow. Normally, they flock to beaches and sunbathe in Spain this time of year, but not so much today. Let's take a look at what's happening in your international forecast. We'll start in Europe. Here's Gary.
So we'll have to change the lyrics of that song. The hail in Spain lies mainly on the plain, I guess is the way it goes now. We're looking at Amsterdam with some light rain. You can see the system that's moving into the Netherlands right now with that light rain. Brussels as well into Belgium, where they have the greatest Brussels sprouts. We're looking at Copenhagen with a little bit of light rain. Geneva's got some light rain. And Helsinki, Finland. Good hockey players coming out of that place. We got some light rain there too. Munich's got rain. Clouds in Paris. Rome scattered showers. And Stockholm is also going to be seeing a little bit of light rain. So you can see the system's going to move down and bring the rain showers to Rome, for example. Let's head out to the Pacific and take a look at what's going on there. We're going to take a specific look here at areas around Tokyo, Japan, for example. There's a system that's extending itself across the whole region there, and as a result of that, we're going to see some active weather. Light rain is what they're talking about for Tokyo. Intertropical convergence zone in through here too. Singapore, thunder showers as well in Bangkok.
For more international forecasts, visit our website at theweathernetwork.com. Stay tuned. Your UV report is just 60 seconds away.
Participate in the Crisol Lenses by Essilor contest May 1st to 21st, and you could win a $3,000 certificate from Carlson Vaughan Travel. To qualify, simply identify one of the eye care professionals that appear at the end of the Essilor UV report at 58 minutes past each hour. On a postcard, write the name of the eye care professional, the date and time along with your name, address, and phone number. Mail your entry to the Weather Network or enter at theweathernetwork.com. The winner will be announced on May 29th at theweathernetwork.com.
This UV report is brought to you by Essilor. For further information on UV rays, contact your eye care professional. Here is the UV observation for your region. These observations are updated once per hour. Stay tuned. Your local forecast is coming up right after the break.
You think you've seen everything? Then take a look. This is a Crizal lens by Essilor. Transparently excellent. Reflection-free, improving contrasts and reducing visual fatigue. Scratch-resistant, prolonging the life of your glasses. And easy cleaning. Specially treated so dirt and grime won't adhere. Just what you need to enjoy the view.
For further information on UV rays, contact your eye care professional. Your local forecast is next, brought to you by Subaru Canada. Subaru, the beauty of all-wheel drive.
They tested the Subaru Forester. They tested the Subaru Legacy. Now the Subaru Impreza. It's official. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has given every Subaru they tested their highest possible rating. So would the world be a safer place if everyone drove an all-wheel drive Subaru? It couldn't hurt. Subaru, that's the beauty of all-wheel drive.
Here now is your local forecast. You're watching the Weather Network, Canada's #1 choice for accurate local forecasts. Your local forecast is every 10 minutes on the 10s. You can also visit our website at theweathernetwork.com.
You're watching Across Canada here on the Weather Network on this Friday as we head into a weekend, our first one in May. It's warming up in Manitoba. Let's take a look at some of the records that you broke in recent days, yesterday. May 3rd. Hey, that's today. 17 degrees in Brandon, Portage la Prairie, 20 degrees in Winnipeg, 20. See, we're right on top of things, breaking the records already today and hitting record numbers. As you can see, the old numbers, 14.6, 13.7, and 15.2. Actually, those aren't records. Those are norms for this time of year. And the others are forecast highs, so we don't have records. But you know what? We could have records. It could happen, but it's mild today. And who cares if it's a record or not? It's 20 degrees, right? That's all that matters. See how we just, juggle here at the Weather Network. It's all ad-libbed, really. Hard to tell. Okay, let's take a look now at your national forecast. We'll make our way across the country. Yeah, it's mild in southern Manitoba. To the north, though, not so mild. We're looking at some heavy snowfall. Here's Gary.
Tune in later when I throw Kim 3 oranges and see how long she can keep them up in the air.
2 seconds, that's about it.
Oh, okay. I could do 2 oranges maybe. That's about it. So I don't know. Maybe we might get around to doing that later. So I would suggest you stay with us, all things considered, okay? But yes, we certainly do have some nice weather.
I'm waiting for those oranges. Now there's the camera. Okay, I'm back. See, you know what? We always hold our viewers with crazy circus tricks, and juggling is just the one for today. So stay tuned for the next hour or so, and maybe you'll see that. Maybe not. Let's talk about weather, Gary.
Yeah, let's see if we can't juggle some weather around here somehow and see what's going on for you.